Welcome to Pathologic 3 Quarantine. This is a free prologue for Pathologic 3. I know almost nothing about this. I didn't even know it was coming out until about a day before it was released. I think I saw a trailer for it maybe many months ago. Otherwise, I have absolutely no idea what to expect. I think it's somewhere between an hour and 3 hours long. Yeah, that's about it. Let's start a new game. Oh, before that, by the way, just listen to this music for like 10 seconds, because it is incredible. It's so good. All right, new game. The capital, where the Bachelor returned in disgrace after the step town perished. Hold Q to see things worthy of your attention. I'm not scared of you. Go to hell, death. Not even after these 2 weeks. Not scared. It's like some sort of mind map of our thoughts. Yeah, I've loaded up into this room before just to make sure that the game runs properly, but I have not done anything whatsoever in here. Oh, that's so cool, that stained glass of like a religious figure. But they're a skeleton. I love it. It's kind of silly, but I love it. These paintings are so pretty. They're so detailed. You can see all the texture in them. Of the acrylics. Hello. My old friends. Oh, is that thoughts about them? Can't remember the name nor the face. Whose reflection are you? They are human too. Someone died here. There's nothing here. A fellow of infinite jest, of most excellent fancy. What's everybody looking at?
Need to do the reverse transcriptase test again. Pretty sure we missed the heat mark in the 4th series.
Oh, the character models are really good looking. Seraphima, why aren't you at the interrogation yet, Bachelor? You're supposed to be there already. Interrogation? What's going on outside? What are you looking at?
A little birdie hops along the path of doom, yet sings its song.
Platon? Hang on, Chief. Did they summon you because of Thanatica? Will the order to shut the laboratory down be revoked? Postponed? Does whatever I say as my answer become the truth? Because I can say either no or yes or... I have no idea how this works. No, I believe I was summoned because of the sand plague. They fear the epidemic might have already spread here, to the capital. Spectator? So you're that doctor who first discovered this deadly epidemic, this, dirt disease. Is it true that it killed off a whole step town in a week? 25,000 dead. Seraphima, listen to me. All of this is just hearsay. Please leave our director alone. He has important work to do. And you, Chief, should hurry off now. Your appointment is at 8. Back to the spectator. No, answer me this. Since you're the one in charge, is it true or not? You said this disease was already in the capital. Not exactly 20,000, strictly speaking. fewer, and there were 417 survivors. A scant but non-zero amount of hope. What the fuck is that? Oh, that's a hell of a dramatic set piece. That is so cool. Day 8, in which the Bachelor says farewell to hopes and tries to flee the doomed step town? Are we gonna be, like, I think, I have a vague memory that there's some sort of time looping mechanic. I wonder if we're gonna be looping back, like the start, that's maybe the end. And this is everything that leads up to that end? I don't know. You're never a happy sight. Executor, you can go no further. Quarantine? Enough cawing. It was I who set up the quarantine in the first place. I feel like that's kind of the Bachelor's character. They're sort of... It feels like they're kind of too good for this, you know? Like, they feel like they're pretty egotistical. I didn't recognize you at first glance. You've changed quite a bit after a week in our town. I'm Sava Kremenitz, number 72, the last of the volunteer orderly's corpse. Since you're here, consider this my resignation. The last volunteer, the last post, the last frontier. How quickly it all came to an end. You promised to save our town, but all you leave behind are ashes and graves. What lies ahead of you is not the step, but a fog of uncertainty. So where will you go now, O man who lost to death? I'll return to the capital. They're shutting down Thanatica, my lab, and the Academy must hear of this dreadful disease. People whisper rumors that the only doctor in town plans to abandon them, to flee. The most fortunate, the survivors, already planned their own escapes. Could they be saved? Ooh. It's a huge choice here, potentially. Either take them with me to the capital, the survivors, or leave them here. I mean, I think the Bachelor would keep them quarantined here. The sand pest should be kept within this town's limits, or else it will devour the whole nation. Some of the survivors might be infected. Quarantine means quarantine. Each decision leads to regret the next day. Each step, the abyss. How can one sleep after that? It seems I'm in a waking dream. What screeches out in the steppe? And that shadow that almost touches the sky. Nightmares multiply in darkness. It's their nutrient medium, just like blood for a plague. I still have some matches on me. I'll find a way to fend off the darkness. The light of salvation burns and then fades, like hope, like someone's life on a hospital bed. Do you think you'll manage to escape? She already follows you, trying to reach you. She won't just let you leave. Death? You're a fool, Bachelor Dankovsky. Conscience. Of course it's conscience. You cannot run from your conscience, not even on a train. No, you'd be lucky to even board that train alive. And what form your conscience assumes, that is on you and your broken imagination. My conscience is clear. I did all I could for the town. One person alone cannot fight an outbreak of an unknown disease. Come back to where you came from, Doctor. Try to become your old self again. Just don't forget the matches. What do you think these asterisks mean at the end of these sentences? That it ends the conversation, or that it's like a particularly important decision or something? I don't know. Enough with your scare tactics. What the? Press G to strike and throw a matchstick. What the hell is that? Oh god. Do I have unlimited matchsticks? Do I have a... No, I for inventory apparently. I have 30. Well, 29 now. Matches burns brightly but dies out quickly. Does not go out in the wind and rain thanks to potassium chlorate. Matches can be used to light fires. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Map, thoughts, artifacts, casebook. I can't click any of them. So it throws it. Can I banish you with the match? Ah! Oh, I see. It went out. It's just up there watching me? It's just watching, yeah. Can I light that again? It's weird that it went out so fast. Oh, it was munching on this animal carcass. Get out of here. Oh, it's got a skeleton inside of it? It's like a shadow possessing a skeleton. Jesus, that thing's horrific. Oh right, I forgot holding Q. I'm gonna be ill. The stench. Out. Out. Yeah, this is not a place to be. Ah. Oh no. The fire's lit. How are you here? Oh. The day before, in which the Bachelor leaves the capital to venture to the edge of the world. Somebody just knock? The hell's going on out there? The liquidation order isn't in yet. They have no right. They keep knocking. Beasts of burden. Talentless morons. All they want is to stomp someone's face into the ground. Oh, is this them trying to shut down Thanatica? The Bachelor's lab? Jesus Christ. Can I look around first, or like, should I just open this? Can't even open it. It's gonna be hard to concentrate on anything. Studying butterflies? You guys hear this shit?
Hell, but not high water. If it gets to high water, that's on you.
Do you hear those peculiar footsteps on the stairs? Ominous footsteps. I think they're coming for us. Yeah, I would say. If they catch you here, there's no telling what might happen. You could even be arrested. Shall I continue? The ruling goes on. Your Thanatica, the nation's only laboratory specializing in novel life extension techniques, comes across as a pseudoscientific wild goose chase. The so-called effective immortality project. Enough. I'm sick of it already. Wild goose chase. That gaggle of ossified dotards. Oh, but there's more. has, according to a number of scientists, including Varanin, Zegler, and Vilonovich, achieved significant breakthroughs. We can skip this part. There. In view of the Academic Council deeming it to lack any prospects whatsoever, the only rational course of action would be to suspend the research, transfer the laboratory to the purview of the Chemistry Institute, and dismiss its staff. I can recite it from memory by now. Perhaps you could retell it in verse, Platon. It would calm you down and put things in broader perspective. I won't let them. It's my life's work. I don't know to what extent you two might say the same. Actually, there is still hope, Bachelor. If we present them that immortal man from the central step, what was his name? Shane? Evine? Kine. Simon Kine. No time, colleagues, no time. They're already climbing the stairs. Dankovsky, you need to run. There'll be no commission while you're gone. We can stall the proceedings. Go and fetch us an immortal. Right away. We'll tell them you're away on that trip. For once, the red tape will play into our hands. We'll stall. Reports, audits, you name it. An appeal, if all else fails. But if they find you, they'll convene and force us to testify, and we won't be able to wriggle out of it. I agree. If you leave before you're handed the ruling, it's their fault for missing you. But if you wait until afterwards, that's obstruction. They won't miss a chance to hold it against you. They'll use whatever pretext they can. What about you two? What would they want with us? You're the big-name scientist, so act like it. You're the one they need. And that Cheyenne person is just who you need. Kine. Oh, for God's sakes. Platon, shall we toss him out the window? That's it. They're here. Hear those voices? They must be deciding whose head is hard enough to batter down the door with. Get out. The eastbound train departs at 4:15. You can make it right on time. Thank you. I'll not let us down. Oh, wait, one last thing. Have a look at this while you're on your way. You've been promising to for 3 months already, but you never found the time. It's a tool for studying tuberculosis. The air humidity thing, remember? Kaufman, Gorski, Anastine. How does it work? There's no time. Take their papers and read them on your way. We have more pressing issues right now. Case in point, when is report S-104 coming in? You know, the cytological... Is he trying to be funny or what? Get out, Chief. Use the back door and don't come back without your immortal. Good luck. Thank you. New item, prototype. Okay. The bang on the door is stressing me the hell out, but... Is there anything more to look at here? Grandmaster in chess with death. They say he stutters outside Thanatica. I wouldn't know. What happened to him afterwards? Wait, so are these thoughts? Are these thoughts from the future? Otherwise, why would they be thinking what happened to him afterwards? The Bachelor's recollecting this happening. Fearless heart to see things through. Glasses without diopters to look older. Oh, so they have just like blank lenses. What happened to her afterwards? These butterflies, they feed on blood. We used to keep Calyptra thalictri here, but the simple fragile butterflies that feed on flowers and light were stronger. Flowers and light and blood, apparently? Okay, let's leave. He informed on us. It's Tellman, isn't it? The bastard.
Do they continue to
What?
normalize death?
Wait, just one more thing. What might that be? Take care of yourself, Chief. You're so reckless. Head always in the clouds. You don't really know how to fend for yourself, do you? Do you even care about yourself? As if you're any different, Seraphima. We're all doomed without you. Come on, it'll be all right. Enough of this. Are you armed? Why, I'm armed with my vast intellect and a quick wit. As long as I can open my mouth, they won't know what hit 'em. Daniel, are you armed? Seraphima, do you really believe the steppe is such wild country? Please, just take it with you. It will come in handy. Best I can do is point it at someone and pretend it's loaded. Might not work on the bears, though. Well, at least point it, then. You can be very persuasive sometimes, Chief. Best of luck to you and Platon, Seraphima. I can see a little bit of light coming through the left barrels, and it looks like they're empty. Does this thing have any ammo in it? Can I split stack, use, drop? Alright, I'll just leave that there. What is this? Oh, it's the prototype, right. It was made when we were trying to fight tuberculosis pathogens. In theory, it purifies the air of microorganisms with sound at a frequency beyond human perception, destroying their cell membranes. If only it could kill them inside the human body, the device would be priceless. Wait, it does what? It uses sound to purify the air of microorganisms? That's incredible. I just pressed R to try to reload it. Yeah, it looks empty, and I don't think we have any ammo. But yeah, I can point it at something to threaten. Do I have any matchsticks? No. Can't go through here. Yet again, Bachelor Dankovsky is banging his head against a closed door. Implying he's banging his head against the wall like someone they know. Graduate students call him Daniel the Dinosaur. I happen to think he's just dead tired. Wait, I have thoughts about this too. He doesn't look like that in real life. He doesn't even have this haircut. One of many whose head will be put on a spike as a warning to the daring. In my expert opinion, this specimen looks more like a Daniel Dankovsky. They won't even mention me in textbooks, I reckon. Not even longevity tendencies in Calyptra, Thalictry, and other bloodsuckers.
Freeze!
Right-click to aim and intimidate, it just said. Yep, put him up. See ya. Taxidermy specimen. Wait. Is that about the door? Taxidermy specimen can receive any cure. A closet for visual aids. Truly, they are the real immortals. What? I guess taxidermy specimens are immortal? I'm not sure what the closet for visual aids means. I mean, I guess taxidermied specimens are visual aids, but I don't know. Ah, here again.
I'm Daniil Denkovsky, Bachelor of Medicine. My research into the limits of human life has brought me renown. I've devoted all my energy and remarkable intellect to combating the greatest fear that binds humanity, the inevitability of imminent death. Seeking proof of my theories, I traveled to a small, steep town to examine a person of phenomenal longevity, Simon Kane. But I walked into a trap. The moment I arrived there, an unknown disease struck the town. It devoured the town like a wildfire. Its contagion and lethality surpassed anything humanity had ever faced. And I became the only doctor standing in the way of this unprecedented pestilence.
I can't move. This is as far as I can look around. Feels like we're in an interrogation cell or something.
Folders, sticks, whips, and wicks. But no coins. Give them a miss.
An inspector. Let's go back to your testimony, Bachelor Dankovsky. Testimony. So this is an interrogation. A preliminary investigation. Let's try to remain level-headed. The ministerial inspection of your lab, Thanatica, began in early September. Your presence was required at all times. Instead, you dashed off across the country to a backwater town to bring back what might be described as a person with unique longevity, or at least the results of his medical evaluation. Yes, this town had an outbreak of some fever the scientific community had no knowledge of. As luck would have it, you were the only medical professional at the site of the event. You were forced to remain there, since leaving was impossible. You led the effort to combat the epidemic, and evidently took on some field research as well. Accurate so far. Accurate so far. You did not succeed. A complete failure. It goes without saying that one would be foolish to fault a medical specialist in a situation like yours. The remoteness, the lack of communication, the hostile environment, terrible conditions for scientific work. What doctor could have possibly succeeded in those? No one blames you. Precisely. No equipment, incompetent aides, zero authority. Given I'm not an epidemiologist, I did the best I could. Oh, and wait, what? Why did we just switch to the Bachelor? Bachelor, precisely no equipment and... Wait, what? That's what I just said. What's just happened? Am I now the inspector? I said I don't blame you, didn't I, Bachelor? For any of it. Did you hear me? Besides, that ordinance from last year... What? What? Did something surprise you? I suppose we can't rule out a setup. Too many coincidences. That letter about Simon lures me to the town. No one shows me Simon. The whole place locks down, trapping me. And while I'm left to die, Thanatica is destroyed just before a scientific breakthrough. My final hours are spent studying the sand pest. Crafty, I must admit. Yeah, it is rather suspicious, isn't it? Are you alone, Dankovsky? My impression is of countless people occupying the same shell over these past 2 hours, one after another. What do you want to know? What I could have done? All right. My first idea was quarantine. I needed time to study the disease, so I isolated patients in their homes. No, I isolated entire districts. I tried to get at least a day ahead of it. It was spreading too swiftly, and of course I ensured that no one could leave the town. And the steps you took only shortened the lifespan of the settlement. Ah, you refer to the popular discontent. I didn't need love from them, only discipline. A difficult surgery can't be performed on a resisting patient. That's why patients get tied up, held down, or anesthetized. Every step I took was justified, or the town wouldn't have lasted those 7 days. Looks like this is going to end the conversation. You think so? Let's take a look at the timeline of your decisions, if you can call them that. J for map of thoughts, conclusions, and doubts. What? Mind map. Important events happen every day. Select a day to recall what transpired. This is a lot. What am I looking at? What are these web of connections? I guess I should start with day 1. What are these little things? The immortal man is dead. This whole stupid venture of mine turned out useless. Is that the major event on day 2? Plague in town on day 3. Day 4, conspiracy? Okay, let's start with day 1. Hope. Courage. Dankovsky. This Simon Kind is your only chance to save Thanatica. Chaos and panic. People have lost their minds. It's madness out there. Stabbings. Tearing clothing off corpses. They say someone important has died. What's this out here? She was screaming. Something happened at the empty lot in one of the poorer districts. Can't remember. Oh, yeah, there was, I don't remember, what the group of people is called, but you know, the women that carry around the skulls of cattle, and she was being burned at the stake as a witch. The bearer hid their faces, met a strange procession near the cemetery in the evening. Obnoxious little town. Well, I could go looking around at the description of everything that happened on every day, but I think that would take an hour.
Your talent doesn't have too many admirers. Everyone's against you. Sagler, Villanovich, Voronin. Shall I continue?
Well, why are you looking at me like that, as if you're seeing this for the first time? I'm sorry, but what's written here is utter nonsense. This isn't how it happened at all. Alright, let's look at the 5th day. Remember, when you seemingly admitted the vaccine was possible, you had volunteers brought to you and inoculated them with sandpest. Are you still with me, Dankovsky? Look me in the eye. Are you here? No. Incorrect from the start. Do you intend to provoke me with this preposterous document? What is your goal, Inspector? Now we're back to being the Inspector. Does it matter? You've said enough in 2 hours to not only be fired from your department, but also tried as a criminal. I won't be intimidated. I'm a doctor, a scientist. Do you hear me? I've come back from a hell the phantasms of a nightmare could never portray. And I worked there as a doctor. Do you understand? A doctor. Not an exterminator or inquisitor. Not a police inspector or army commander. I am a medical professional. The number of people you've personally killed already puts you ahead of many in the army and police. Enough with that tone. Don't you grow tired of it yourself? Put this on record. That backwater didn't have a hospital. Understand? It did not have a hospital. But it did have a theater. So I repurposed it, somewhat, into a hospital. I studied patients there. Creating a vaccine was the priority. That's what I did. I vaccinated people. You did that each day, every day. Creating a vaccine isn't as simple as brewing a cup of tea. The disease mutated fast. The scientific community had never seen anything like it. I had to create a vaccine every day. Do you understand? A new one each time. All the while, I had no equipment, no lab. I had to improvise new methods in a matter of minutes. A theater. Let's talk more about the 5th day after you arrived. Day 5, in which the Bachelor winds up the people and has to, I missed the last word. Press J to open the mind map. Your current goals are displayed there. Are they? Are you sure? I mean, we're on day 5, so is it... Wait, what? Oh, I guess it only shows things that are related to my goal? So none of the other days are going to show up, it looks like. Just this one. 5th day in the town, 3rd one at the hospital. The plague runs rampant. I still hope to find a vaccine, but for now, only the quarantine protects people. Okay, what do I have? Just my, I assume, still empty gun, and my weird prototype. And of course, my sharp wit. Time on the top right of the screen is advancing? Wait, does it advance when I walk? Or is it... No, I think it just advances with actual time, but just rather surprisingly slowly. Yeah, for the door outside. Outside lies the steppe town I never should have come to, but I will have work to do inside. Diagnose the sick. Wah. Hello, tragedian. I feel a pull to stick my thumb into one of your face holes and roll you. Senor? You're here? Upon the stage once more. The man who made a hospital out of the theater will have eyes on him aplenty. Do you know what the orderlies behind your back are whispering? I don't care about gossip, so long as it doesn't distract the orderlies from their duties. Your servants will be fine, senor. Will you? They say you have a seesaw in your head. They picture you a man atop a board, atop a barrel, gun in hand, aiming as you roll and teeter to and fro. Yeah, that's about how I feel right now. A seesaw inside my head. Maybe the rumors have a little truth to them. Extremes, senor. Extremes can kill you dead. One moment, mired in apathy. The next, in mania, trying to do everything at once. You're caught between your pounding heart and your 2 hesitating feet. A man of impulse, yet sometimes paralyzed. That, there, is your seesaw. Hard not to veer into extremes when a whole town is being consumed by a novel disease. As we stand here in the old theater, let me then play the doctor and prescribe balance, the golden mean, though you may yet be swept to Scylla or to Charybdis. And even now, what do you feel? As soon as you approach the sick, indifference and gloom begin to burden you. So much talking with no practical use. Give me your impression of a prescription, if you fancy yourself a doctor. The strongest treatment is right here, the same we use to numb the hopeless sick. These drugs may work for you as well. But mind, as you take them, you become accustomed to them, and you'll need more and more each time. Isn't that an extreme measure? But there are other ways as well. A drink and a smoke, perhaps. Things you may not expect can stabilize you. to warm yourself by the fire or wash yourself in cool water, even kicking a trash bin in frustration. You will know what helps you best. You are a scientist, so experiment. I feel like they might be hinting at, like, how to play the game, but I'm not sure. Can I actually drink and smoke? Thank you, Thespian. It is easy to forget the simplest things. And yet it wouldn't hurt to take some pills with you. Who knows what madness lies ahead? Take something from the hospital's supplies. Besides the other fronts you struggle on, there is the struggle with yourself, Seigneur. What could be harder? I remember, and I dread. New item: tobacco, camphor, bromide, and strychnine. And there's that bar at the top of the screen. Don't know what that is. Don't like it. Wait, is it? Oh no, it's growing. Oh, I don't like that. Every time it makes a little noise. That noise, that bar, if you look at the very top left of it, it's getting a little bit more full. Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Do I need to, like, immediately smoke or something? Bromide increases inhibition in the cerebral cortex. In other words, dulls the brain. Sometimes that's exactly what I need. Apathy plus 25. Strychnine, mania plus 70, is a poison, invigorating in small doses. Addictive. With each use, the effect becomes weaker. Camphor, it's a stimulant, a rubefacient, causes irritation just like everything in this damned place. Mania plus 5. Tobacco. It's believed that cigarettes have a calming effect, but in fact, nicotine is a stimulant. Addictive, mania plus 10. Mind state / health. Outer scale represents your mind state. Increasing mania is indicated by the scale going clockwise. Increasing apathy counterclockwise. Avoid both extremes as they will hinder your health and abilities. Use consumables in your inventory to combat that. Inner scale represents your health. Okay, so this is my health, and this outer one is my mind state. Mania is the clockwise direction, how far this way we are, and apathy is how far this way we are. And I want to be in balance, so I guess I want to be right here. Is this where we are right now? Or are we way too apathetic? Well, if that's the case, then I guess I want to become more manic. Let's try a mild mania thing. Maybe not strychnine, that's a little extreme. Yeah, let's try some camphor. I saw this move slightly, but it's still at the bottom? Let me try tobacco.
Think. Damn it.
Yeah. That went up a little bit. I mean, it's still really close to the bottom. I mean, do I just take the strychnine? I only have one of it. But if 10 only took me from here to here, then I think I'm going to need the strychnine.
Weird, but tolerable.
Great, now we've microdosed poison. I wonder if it's actually true that it's what, was it a stimulant or something in low doses? I don't intend to test that. We're still not even at halfway, but I guess we're fine for now. Can I kick a trash can? Oh, and if you look at the bar on the top, now it's way, way, way closer to the center. So is it like... maybe that's us tugging towards apathy. As time goes on, we're constantly tugging towards apathy. Maybe that's what's happening. It's dropping. The old theater. Orderly. Marat Tike Keen, number 28. Started my shift at 10. What's our plan for today, Doctor? There's only ever one plan. Every effort goes towards the vaccine. Right now, we're going to identify the strain. We've been catching those longs, as you instructed. You know, the rare cases where they get infected but resist the sandpest for a long time. We've got 3 again for today. Over there, on the platform. The stage. Just 3? Shame. Well, at least we'll be done quickly. Doctor, last night we had a chat amongst ourselves, and there's something we don't get. What's, like, the point of figuring out what those longs are sick with, besides the sandpest? They're gonna die either way. How does it help us if we figure out that they also have anemia, or, I don't know, measles? On top of the earthen plague, I mean. It might seem like the more diseases a person has, the sooner their strength is drained, but that isn't the case. On the contrary, one disease can sometimes suppress another one. Sava Kremenitz, number 72. Ah, you again. I'm an orderly on quarantine duty. What are your instructions? Sava Kremenitz, 72, quarantine. Sounds familiar. What were you doing yesterday? We cleared out this place like you ordered. Remember the size of the crowd that showed up yesterday? You said a hospital's for doctors, not the sick. What are you on about? I never said that. Basically, those who have the sandpest are beyond help. They're supposed to go to the general sick ward at the station to die. You had us give them morphine, laudanum, lead, and whatever else eases their pain. And the patients you wanted us to bring here were the rare ones who hadn't died within 5 hours and could even still walk. That is correct. They're the ones we're going to work with. Yeah, it's interesting. It's like the Bachelor doesn't even know what they themselves did. It's like it's just like the fractured memories of the Bachelor. I'm here to raise a collective complaint, Doctor. These cloaks. They're very uncomfortable, sir. They make it hard to use your hands, and you can't see a damn thing through the mask. On top of that, we have to burn them every night, because each time we've been to an infected area... That's true. I mean, they are freaking huge. What can we do? There's nothing else we can use. But the town theater has a warehouse's worth of these costumes, enough to last us a lifetime, given our current life expectancy. Oh man, there's a small detail about the character movement that I don't know if I've ever seen in a game before, and I don't know why, but I really like it. You can move forwards way, way, way faster than you can move backwards. This is my forward speed without sprinting. This is my backward speed. It's like agonizingly slow. It's such a dramatic backup. It just has this feeling of like slow dread. I don't know why I like that, but I do. Wait, hold on. Did I have some thoughts about this coat rack? Theater begins with the cloakroom. The hospital ends with it. If you think you're seeing something terrifying, it's always just people in masks. They'd pass for a Greek chorus if this were a tragedy, but it's all vaudeville. Ooh, anything up here? Secrets. Nothing up there. I think I maybe need to become more manic. Yeah, we're pretty low down there. Let's take some more tobacco.
Rewind.
And camphor. I really didn't do much. Wait, what was that? What was it that just popped up? It said hospital? I don't know what the heck that was.
Yargachin. Yargachin. Still self-taught.
Hello, Haruspex. It looks broken, Erdem. Oh, the miniscope's broke. What did you want with it, Barach? Made any major advances on that vaccine of yours, Oinon? They say precision instruments help with that kind of thing. All right, touche. You sure are quick with your snappy retorts. I've done the autopsies for you already. Numbers 1 and 3 had the gunk in their lungs. Number 2 had it in her bronchia. Are you saying it's pulmonary now? I'm not saying it's anything. I do the cutting, you do the thinking, right? I have my own storyline where I'm going to do what I deem right, and you'll have only a small part to play. It's not like my part here has been very significant so far either. Son of a local medicine man, medical school dropout, but his hands are gentle. Loot? Oh. Bromide. Bunch more tobacco. What is this? Healing poultice. Oh, just restores health. I guess, is there any reason not to just take all of it? Oh my god, look at that! I don't think I can, zoom in or crouch or anything, but that's it's a little, paper mache bowl. It's adorable. Should I really take all of this? Seems a little over the top. Morphine. Makes you apathetic. Oh, more strychnine. A bunch of strychnine. Ox bile. Wait, what is that about? Blood, bile, and phlegm have been companions of doctors since ancient times. We make medicines from caustic bile. Sure, I'll take that. We have a rather large inventory. Write it down, write it down. Write it all down, little. You might just have to replace me? I can loot the clock? Okay, I think we need to become more manic. Let's take some strychnine.
More thoughts. More thoughts. More thoughts.
I would ask if you're okay, Bachelor, but obviously you're not. It says... Oh, right, it's addictive. With each use, the effect becomes weaker. Yeah, so, well, I was wondering if with each use it might build up to enough poison to actually poison us. Sounds like maybe not, but it will become weaker. So let's try to spread out our use, I guess. Camphor is not addictive. Well, causes irritation, but... Okay, my nose, or wherever I'm putting this camphor, might bleed, but at least we won't be addicted. A single bullet. Weight in human life. Not needed for my pocket debutante. I always keep one last bullet in its chamber. Wait, is that my pocket debutante? That's not what I have in my inventory, is it? Butterfly in a box. A foolish yet beautiful ending for an ugly caterpillar.
Every creak like a gunshot.
Oh, this was like washing your hands or splashing your face with water, one of the things that affects my mood. That made me significantly more manic. What about kicking a trash can? Where's a trash can? I want to see what that does. Does that make me apathetic or manic?
As if things are animated.
Oh, is this... Oh, it's constantly making me more manic. Turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, that was scary. Can I loot this? I got an achievement for listening to it.
In every shard, a new me.
That's a normal thing to say. I feel like the Bachelor is becoming the Joker.
I'd rather not hear this.
I'd rather not hear this. Is that sound reminding them of the people coming for their lab to shut it down? So what are these bars? Yeah, this is my health. So if you look at the top right, you can see my heart is actually reducing now that we're kind of manic. It's actually reducing kind of surprisingly fast. Is that my health? Is it indicating my health? I think it might. And the other one looks like a... I guess you can't see it, can you? Oh, Jesus. We have the full map, huh? I mean, this is a prologue, though. We're not going to be exploring the entire town. There's no way. The game ain't that big. The map hasn't changed yet on this day, huh? I wonder if we should take the healing poultice. Maybe I should get hurt more. A man of the people in the worst sense. 0 education. Dozens of opinions. What a blockhead. Yakov Little. Could it be yesterday's technique has proved to be the right one? As your assistant, it's my duty to inform you that among the recipients of yesterday's vaccine, there appears to be 0 mortality. That is to say, no notifications so far. That doesn't really tell us anything yet, but let's assume at least some have avoided the infection. While you were away, I tried my hand at diagnosing, using your procedure. Did you? I'm intrigued. So I noted down symptoms using your approach. I crossed off illnesses based on the principle of impossible combinations. But I didn't really get anywhere. You know, sometimes I try to think like you do. I give it my best try at that. I do this just so I can understand you just a little. And I fail every time. The way your head works is a complete mystery to me. Do you have the anamnesis? Okay, we're going to look that up. Apparently it can mean recollection of a supposed previous existence or a patient's account of their medical history. Oh, and now we've switched perspectives. Now we're little? Ooh, let's try to be snippy. You mean epicrises? Do you really think I'm someone who might get these two mixed up? Dear me, what a blockhead. Oh, I like this one, mooncalf. Mooncalf. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot myself for a moment. You see, I'm awfully tired. Barely slept at all for 3 days now. Let me walk you through this once more. I'm all ears. Taking notes, actually. I'll say it again. Getting the patient's medical history, or anamnesis, is your first priority. There are strictly 3 steps. Step 1, interviewing the patient. It always comes first. No matter how tongue-tied or confused they are, no matter how much they get wrong, the information is priceless. Even if they're straight up lying, it's still important. Just like if you were an investigator or a detective. Yes, you were somehow managing to learn useful things even from their lies, but I have no idea how. Step 2, the exam. This part requires your utmost attention, and when we take note of anything suspicious, we do it in the context of what the patient has told us. Any trifling bodily detail, a scratch, a bruise, a birthmark, might turn out to be important. Turn out to be important. Got it. And step 3, if required, a careful inspection of the surroundings the patient lived in, especially when you feel they're being coy, evasive, hiding something. In a word, lying. Reticence is never without a reason. That's when it becomes a good idea to go and inspect their home. Talk to their neighbors and family. It always adds to the picture. Do you understand? Yes, I understand. Thank you. Then let's get down to it. New personnel file on Luta, Finch, and Filot. Okay, can I read about them in where? My casebook? Casebook. First, select the patient's suspected symptoms, then choose the appropriate diagnosis. Some symptoms may be incorrect. Okay, so we have some preliminary information about them. We have some harmful habits. I assume these things are going to get filled out as we talk with them or as we fill them out here. Looks like we can tag suspected symptoms, and it's sorted by type. So like things affecting the lungs, we could say, oh, they have chest pain. And then it highlights that over here in the diagnoses. So I guess if you have more, the more of them you have for any one of these makes that particular disease more likely, or completely rules out some diseases. So if they have chest pain, it looks like it couldn't be this, or it's very unlikely to be that, because that's not one of the symptoms. So we can either tag it as they have it, or they don't. So we can also rule out things. It looks like if you rule things out, I think it just removes it from the list. So it makes the list smaller if you can remove things. Okay, well, let's just start with someone. I don't know, left to right. So let's start with you. You are Finch, 41 years old. They are single. Their occupation is a dyer. Residence is in the crude sprawl, which is... The crude sprawl is down here, near the abattoir. Was there anything else? They drink in moderation. Okay, let's talk with them. Wait, can I? Oh wait, can I talk with them? I think I maybe have to talk with her first. Or can I choose? Well, just in case, let's just check real quick. Luta, 33, married, shopkeeper. They are a smoker, and apparently they have a fever. And they live in the flank district, which is up here. I'm healthy, just so you know. I don't have anything. Why did they bring you here then? I had fever, that's why. 2 days of it, for no reason. But I'm better now, and I had no scratchies on my skin. No yellowing, no sandpaper scratchies, no drought of the mouth. What circumstances preceded this fever? Our house was cleared out after the infection came. People were sent wherever there was space. Comfort is a luxury right now. Some were lucky and ended up in an empty living room. Some got an attic or a cellar. Us, we were put in a boiler room. When it reached our street, they rounded up the whole caboodle of us to the isolation ward. A boiler room. Was it turned on? Of course. The air was so stuffy in there, I tell you. But there was a silver lining. No sickness can survive that hellfire. Convincing, but I'll still need to examine you. Please undress there behind the screen. Okay, physical exam. The patient must be examined and their symptoms added to the casebook. Open the casebook in. This can also be done during the examination. Okay. Yeah, so it's just this. So where did the fever thing, I guess just, well, that's what they said they had, and I guess it's just kind of like, you can assume it's true. Very pale skin. Rarely leaves her home. Not much time in the sun. What is this? Is this my current health? What is this? Will be... wait, 1 minute of time will be spent examining each body part. Oh, does that mean if your health is low and you, like, examine too long? Like, you examine too many body parts, you might actually just take damage and die during the examination? My last act was examining your left forearm. Right to rotate around. Okay, so we're supposed to look for anything, literally anything, like a scratch, a bruise. I don't see anything. So, wait, did I just pass time by pressing chest? Oh yeah. Okay, so you can examine the same thing multiple times. Let's not do that. Back. There's like the tiniest impression in the skin here. Can I actually like... oh, wait. On the arm, I can definitely see some bruising. But yeah, I don't know if there's going to be like a system where if it's notable and you click on it, it like marks it. Or if it's purely just like, some, you know, you have to remember it. Or you have to note it down. I don't know if that's relevant. It's so tiny. It literally could be nothing. Arms, we definitely have something. Hematoma. Maybe she bumped into something. Maybe it's a symptom. I should ask where the bruise came from. Yeah, it's a very sparse bruise. It's not like you bump into something and, you know, if you bump into something, the bruises usually are one place, not like spread out like this. Not that this is impossible, that it could be a bruise, but it doesn't look like any bruise I've ever had. Arms reverse. Nothing there. Legs. No. Legs reverse. Yeah, I don't see anything. So I think it's just arms and on her back, possibly the tiniest thing, but I don't think it's a thing. Let's ask where the bruises came from. So you just go back and then we talk? Wait, I think something got added to the casebook. Did it? It had like a little scribble symbol. I don't know what that means. Did it add a thought? Patient's charts. The orderlies brought 3 more people in. Yep. First of today's patients. Physical exam done. Yeah, this is what was added. I need to write down the results in my casebook, then discuss them with the patient. Ah. So write down the results first. Jesus Christ, I was looking through this list of suspected symptoms, and there's some of them that I wasn't exactly sure of the meaning of, and let me tell you, you start Googling these terms, like hematoma and whatnot, and you find some unpleasant medical pictures. But anyway, they have hematomas, which are not exactly bruises. They're more like a broken blood vessel, and then, you know, the blood kind of like spreads out, I guess, and makes that kind of splotchy, sort of distributed red look. So it's not exactly a bruise. So hematoma, for sure. They also, we commented that they were very pale. So paleness. And they also had fever, which was... Where was fever? What category? The categories feel a little bit arbitrary. Here. Okay, so that means it could be any of the ones that are lit up. The only one that's lit up is anemic vasculopathy, but if you look at this for more information, an infectious disease caused by microorganisms from steppe soil entering the bloodstream. Cases of airborne transmission are also reported but require confirmation. Leads to anemia, which can manifest as patient pallor, muscle weakness, and weight loss. Occasionally, patients may experience localized bleeding and hematomas. Acute cases display burst capillaries on the eyes and high fever. Risk groups are peasant, plowmen, gravediggers, and other various types of people working with soil. Well, that I don't know if that really fits. I mean, they don't have most of those symptoms, and they don't work with soil? I mean, they're a shopkeeper. They said they're in a boiler room? Like, I don't think that has anything to do with soil. So I'm not sure about that. Let's interview him. You done with the exam, doctor? Can I go now? Absolutely not. An examination with no questions asked can only happen at a morgue. I told you everything the last time, but if you say so, you're the doctor. Allow me to call my assistant in. I'll use your example to show him how to proceed during an appointment. You called, Mr. Dankovsky. I'm here, and ready to heed. So, Mr. Little, we have a patient here. She's claiming to be in good health, despite having had a fever a few days ago. Do we take her word for it? Oh, we switched again. Now we are Little. Well, if she's had a fever, there must be a reason for it, and we have to find it. Remember this, a patient's self-evaluation may be incorrect. That's why you must ask specific questions about the symptoms, about what's come up during the exam, and about the patient's circumstances in daily life. I think I get it, in theory. God knows how it plays out in practice. I'll demonstrate. Observe and learn, Mr. Little. I won't be around forever. The patient is running a temperature, in other words, a fever. Open my casebook, look up fever, and tell me, how many conditions is it listed as a symptom of? I'm losing count. 8 diagnoses fit the bill. It's a frequent symptom, which means that you have to find others and narrow down the search. Then do it again and again, until you're left with just one verdict. This, Mr. Little, is what's known as a differential diagnosis. The name is self-explanatory. We differentiate between similar things to find the only correct solution to our problem. I can't wait to give the method a try. Let's get down to it then. You look pale, ma'am. Has your skin been like this since birth, or is this pallor recent? It's not like I get to look in the mirror a lot, living in a boiler room and all, but I don't think I've ever been pale. Rich do-nothings are pale. Me, I'm a commoner. So pallor isn't typical for you. We're marking that as a symptom. Mr. Little, add pallor to the fever in the record. What do we get? Can I pull it up right now? No, I can't. Oh, we can literally say, I can't look at the manual and follow your line of thought at the same time, because I literally can't open the manual. But, I think I'm safe to say it's probably 2 conditions. A single symptom, pallor, eliminated 6 out of our 8 candidates. We're left with a choice of just 2. Where did this hematoma come from, my good lady? I mean, the bruise over there next to your wrist. Did you bump into something, or is there someone who batters you? Don't worry, there's nothing to be embarrassed of when seeing a doctor. I'm not embarrassed. A bruise? Well, that's news to me. I've never seen it before. And I can't remember anything like that, anything like what you're talking about. I certainly wasn't beaten up. I must have bumped into something myself and forgotten about it with all the fuss. The boiler room is dark and cramped. That's probably where the bruise is from. Mr. Dankovsky, I'm seeing this hematoma, this fancy bruise on your list. Are you with us, Mr. Little? Pay attention. She doesn't remember how she got the bruise. She can only guess. The manual provides a more detailed description of the illness for a situation like this. What causes it, who's susceptible, etc. It can give useful clues. Got it. When in doubt, read about the condition in detail. Practicing medicine takes more than checking symptoms against a list with a schoolboy's diligence. You have to bring your reasoning into it. Here's one way to do it. Tell me, my good lady, do you garden? Do you grow anything? Anything at all, from roses to cucumbers? Cucumbers? Roses? I'm not following you at all now, Doctor. No, I've never liked digging and shoveling earth and all that. There, earth. Does the boiler room you've been relocated to have an earthen floor, by any chance? That's right, it does have an earthen floor. The boiler room isn't really suited for living in, but in these times I'd be ungrateful to complain. How did you guess, Doctor, about the earthen floor? Okay, well, maybe it is that one condition that we found. So why do we need that little detail? Why does the floor matter of all things? It's simple. All kinds of things can be found in your local soils, including microorganisms capable of disrupting circulation, hence the pallor. The bruises were not caused by trauma. A hematoma appears when blood vessel walls are damaged, either by an external force or, as in this case, an illness, and the infection can be contracted from contact with earth. We found our diagnosis. You're a genius, Mr. Dankovsky. Back to being the Bachelor. I think we should probably consult the case book after the examination and then do the follow-up interview. I don't know, maybe. Bravo to you anyway. You are a true master of medicine. So the patient has the sandpest alongside. What's the other diagnosis? I've talked you through it all. You can finish it yourself. The symptoms are fever, pallor, and a bruise. Put them together and you'll get your result. What about me, Doctor? Where am I to go now? What happens next? You'll remain here under observation, and your blood will be used for the vaccine. There's hope that everyone can benefit from this. Jesus, that must be such little comfort to them. Making a diagnosis, select all relevant symptoms and choose a diagnosis. That would be this. Final diagnosis. To confirm it, hold X, then you can close the casebook. I'm guessing we can't undo this. Yeah, cannot undo it. So what have we got here now? Anamnesis collected, time to diagnose, diagnosed, off to the next patient. Second patient came to the hospital on his own, exceptional awareness. So who is this, you? Okay, now it's time to do you, so we've already read about you. Are you gonna burn me? What? Even if you are going to be burned, I promise you won't be burned alive. No slow, excruciating roasting. Pain-wise, the sandpest is easily worse than a slow roasting, Doctor. You don't want to ever find out. Are you in pain right now? Or is your self-control that strong? Mr. Tiny here told me I could be useful to you. Before I die, that is. Said you can find something inside me that slows the pest down. So go ahead. Find it. What do you need? Do you want to draw some blood for me? All right then. Where did they bring you in from? I walked here, from home. Caught it from my neighbors. Knew as soon as the skin on my chest started peeling away. So I waited a day. The neighbors' screams stopped in the middle of the night. I went to check on them in the morning, and they were all dead. Me, though, I was alive and walking, and now I'm here. Why do you need to know that, Doctor? Skin on my chest started peeling away. It might come in useful. What's your vocation? I'm a dyer. Been breathing in poisons for 5 years now. One day it's red, the next is blue, then yellow. Could that be why this fever of yours doesn't do me anything? It's a possibility. That peeling skin he mentioned, unlikely to be the stone disease, more likely eczema. Heartbeats too fast, but that could be a personal trait. Oh, this is not my health. This is their heartbeat. They're like resting heart rate. Yeah, 124 is... I don't know, that's extremely high. I think a normal resting heart rate's around like 80 something BPM. Alright, right. Back. Nothing. 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 Wow, I'm impressed. They did an amazing job shaving all their leg hair. Whoa. This is interesting. His skin has yellowed. Something wrong with the liver. Yeah, let's get some ideas going here before we do the follow-up interview. So, rapid pulse. And yellowing of the skin. And, see, the thing that bothers me about the skin thing is that there's so much overlap between skin redness, rash, and eczema. But I guess I'll do eczema because Dankovsky explicitly mentioned that it's more likely eczema. Okay, so this is... nothing's highlighted here. I think rapid pulse has kind of thrown things off. Nothing has rapid pulse and all of the other things. So what if I got rid of rapid pulse? Because they said it could be just a natural thing. They just have a rapid pulse. It might not be a symptom. If I got rid of that, then we're only left with hepatitis. So what does this look like? Liver necrosis can be caused by viral infection. It can also develop in individuals who abuse alcohol or drugs. Didn't they say they drank in moderation? I mean, they could be lying about that. Maybe they are an alcoholic. The preicteric phase of hepatitis is characterized by weight loss, nausea, and diarrhea. Sometimes skin itching and eczema occur. The icteric phase is marked by jaundice, with previous symptoms gradually regressing. The patient complains of pain in the liver area. Poor hygiene and substance abuse significantly increases the risk of death, fatal disease. Risk groups: alcoholics, drug addicts, people with autoimmune disorders. Yeah, definitely possible, for sure. But they are also a dyer, so they are in contact with very potentially poisonous chemicals. What if it wasn't eczema? Like, let's say we don't know that it's eczema, but we have yellowing of the skin. Like, what things cause yellowing of the skin? Apparently only 2 things. Hepatitis and this. Twirine syndrome. Infection by microorganisms found in twire sprouts and products derived from twire, or a consequence of abusing twire-based alcohol products. Hallucinations, photophobia. It says, after 8 to 12 hours of exacerbation, hallucinations, photophobia, and seizures frequently manifest. Allergic reactions such as skin reddening or yellowing may occur. Alcoholics or inhabitants of the steppes are the risk groups. So yeah, this could cause skin reddening or yellowing. So I don't know, it's possible, but it seems like hepatitis is more likely. Have you sorted it out, Doctor? Will I be useful in your remedies? My vaccine. It's a vaccine I'm working on. And please allow me a couple of clarifying questions so I can be certain of your diagnosis. It's the plague, of course. The sandpest thing, isn't it? The plague, yes, but there's another condition that's prolonging your life. You said it yourself. Your neighbors didn't survive the night, but you're still holding up admirably. Well, blow me down. 2 ailments making me healthier than if I only had one? But you know best, Doctor. What did you want? To question me, right? Question all you want. The skin on your foot is yellowing. Liver conditions could cause this. Have you ever noticed anything like that? Yellowing? On my foot? That's dye, Doctor. I'm a dyer. A tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old, and it's healed over time. It's smaller and paler than before. Wait. A tub spilled once. Here's the burn. It's old and it's healed over time. I mean, if the tub spilled that long ago, why would you still be dyed from it? I'm not convinced by this, but both the dialogue options seem to accept it as truth, so maybe I'm supposed to? Thank you. This clarifies things. We can rule out liver disease then. Is that all, or have you got more questions? You complained that the skin on your chest was peeling. It was here, right? On the very middle. I knew right away. Skin turns nasty when you're plagued, right? Eczema. That much is obvious. This symptom can indicate one of 2 diseases. Now, to tell them apart. More questions? Ask away, Doctor. Let me take another look at you. I might have overlooked something. Did I? Well, if we get rid of the yellowing and just go with eczema and rapid pulse, then that just leaves burning fever. Highly contagious disease caused by the virus, transmitted through contact and breathing. Initially presents with fever, headache, and abdominal pain. Later, ulcers and eczema appear. Itchy herpetic rashes are observed. The patient experiences psychosis. Frequent fatal outcomes among densely living and working population. Risk group, people living in crowded conditions. People living in unsanitary conditions. I think this is the most likely. Yeah, I'm going to go with burning fever. Alright, last one. We have not looked at their casebook yet. Felot, 47, single, termitary guard, residence in the Skinners. Skinners here. Is there anything else written? Clinical picture, weakness. And that's the story of my life and times up to the present moment. But what do you want all these details from me? A half hour's worth of talking and it was all beside the point. I thought you'd be interested to know why the sandpest can't get me, because I certainly find that fact interesting. I'd even say amazing. Ooh, okay, this might be important. Actually, like the dialogue options that I could say themselves might be key information. So one of them is, none of what you told me was beside the point. Everything was important, especially your chicken pox at age 6. That could be important. Or, I'm interested too. Your blood may save about 400 people by tomorrow morning, but only if I can correctly identify your other illness. And... okay, none of the others mention anything about symptoms, but this thing is chicken pox at age 6. Could be important. You sure you're not overstating my importance, Doc? Alright, let me ask you this then. What time of day do you feel worse than usual? All the time. I used to be as hardy as a bull wrangler, but now I have trouble even standing up for long. I get drowsy. My knees give out. It's embarrassing. I feel like I'm failing everyone. Have you been easily fatigued like this for a long time? I don't take a great interest in my own person, Doctor. Got enough people to spend my attention on as it is, but I have trouble doing my job because of this. It's a rugged man's job. Right. Olgimsky corked the termitary shut, and you've been guarding it for, is it 6 days? Since Tuesday. This is the third time you're asking me. May I ask why you distrust me so? You said the termitary had been shut down in order to shield its residents from infection. Does that mean they knew there would be an epidemic? Who knows? At first they said there'd been a blowout of some kind of sweet soot. It settled on the walls later. Looked like mold. Well, the kin was worried. They're like bees in how they respond to things. Soon as one makes a noise, the rest are unquiet as well. There was a mighty buzz in the hive, perhaps on account of the poisonous soot. Conditions are tough at the cannery, you know. What are the people in there saying? They're shouting. Lots of clamor. And a nasty kind of clamor, too. It's what you'd expect. They're not having a great time stuck in there like pickles in a jar. No regular meals. Not enough drinks to go around, either. The place is, after all, a poorhouse. Our fat man treats his people like cattle. Getting through the day is a struggle. Small wonder they're slamming into walls. If it was up to me... The Olgimskys call them worms, don't they? The venerable Vlad described your primordial kin to me as being essentially beasts. You can't lock up a living creature against its will. It's how you turn people into proper beasts. But try so much as hinting at that to our Olgimsky yes-men. They're dead drunk on power. It used to be alright working with them, but now I can't stand those guardsmen. Disrobe, down to your undergarments, my good guardsman. I'm going to examine you. And since you're so preoccupied with my work as a security guard, here's my advice to you, Doctor. You're being too heavy-handed. This lockdown of yours is making people seethe, and a cauldron can only seethe for so long before the lid flies off, even if you screw it down. We're in the middle of an epidemic. The quarantine is a necessary measure. Alright, they have... it's a bit of a low heart rate, but maybe normal? Possibly? I think my resting heart rate, actually, last time I measured it was around 60-something. Strange redness, a rash, bites, something else. There are red spots on his face, too. See, like this look, like visually, if you ignore the text, it visually looks pretty much the same as the eczema. But they describe it as a rash or bites. So I'm guessing that's more of what they want. We can just mark that right away, I suppose. Like, what does it say? Strange redness, rash, bites. Yeah, see, the thing is... skin redness and rash are both separate options? Like, do they always come together? No. They can be separate. They can be separate things that lead to separate results. Like, rash can be part of 3 things. Skin redness can be part of 4 things. Nothing. Nothing. It's all good. Oh, the veins are definitely damaged. Question is, how old is the damage? Same on the back. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what to do with this one, because a lot of these are kind of up in the air. Like, is it skin redness or is it rash? Is the vein damage relevant or not? I think we just need to interview them. You've noted a symptom that you can ask the patient about. Let me go, will you, doctor? I don't understand all this commotion about me. What makes me so special? Besides, I've got work to do. Work? I'm sorry, but you're going to have to forget about your work for now. You must remain at the hospital. I used to guard locked up people, and now I've been locked up myself. That's life for you, isn't it? That's the kind of joke life plays. You have no idea how sick I am of the jokes life plays. I was just musing to myself. What do you want me to do? Do I need to give blood? Or maybe take a pill? The weakness you reported accompanies too many different ailments. I must have clarity on the rest of your symptoms. I've told you my entire life story, doctor, and you still want more? Ask away, then. Oh, right, the chickenpox thing. I wonder if that's relevant. The veins in your legs don't look very healthy. Have you ever noticed that before? My legs? They're that way from all the time I spend standing up. It's my job as a security guard. 16 hours of standing every day, and Olgimsky won't spare a stool for us to sit down. Says it's not the proper way. Bad for discipline. It's imperative to ascertain whether this is a genuine symptom or a false one. You're quite lost in thought, doctor. Am I really that complicated? Can't wrap my head around little old me being at the center of this brouhaha. Oh, there is a syndrome that fits the description, but it mostly affects drunks. So I'd like to ask you, good sir, do you consume alcohol? Do you do it on a regular basis? In what quantities? A quantity best described as God forbid. In my line of work, you must be alert. So my basis hasn't been regular since last year. Quite the contrary, I've been abstaining. Can't stand a drinker myself. Oh, I love this answer. I'm not going to say it, but I just totally could see the Bachelor saying this. Your diagnosis depends on it, do you understand? Your diagnosis. As far as I'm concerned, you're just 5 liters of blood packed into a person. That definitely feels like something the Bachelor would say if they're feeling a little bit more towards the manic side. Your moral fiber is of no concern to me. To drink or not to drink is a personal choice. Mine is a purely medical interest. I'm telling you, it's not regular. I don't have the habit. Period. No, I can't in good conscience put my stamp on a diagnosis. I don't have enough information, not without home inspection or neighbors' testimonies. I'm going to your house, sir. My house? Why on earth, doctor? I can understand talking to me, feeling me up from head to toe, collecting my blood, but searching my home? Like I'm some bandit? What did I do wrong? You're not at fault at all. If anyone's to be blamed here, it's me for not spotting enough symptoms for a definitive diagnosis. Well, well, well. Not at all what I expected from a man of medicine. Going off to break into my house. Imagine that. Don't worry, I won't touch anything. I just need to take a look around. To understand Filot's illness, I will have to understand his life. Yeah, this should be interesting. How does this work? Do I actually have to go from here to here because I really don't want to? What now? Time to take a walk. Difficult case. The diagnosis was almost clear, but the patient denied a symptom. Need to visit his home to find out. I'm so sick of it all. Let's go take a walk. Looking at the controls, it seems like 1 should equip or put away the prototype, which I haven't looked at yet, and 2 should draw or holster the gun. Let's take a look at that. 1 does nothing, so I guess I can't use it yet. I won't draw my gun where no one threatens me. Okay, fair enough. I have no idea what they're saying. He wishes you many years of life, Erdem. The bulls I vaccinated yesterday. Have you brought them? Oh, I love this back and forth switching between characters. It's so cool. The bulls were stolen, Erdem. Or maybe your bulls perished, even. Mother Bodo knows where. Man, I wish I knew what they were actually saying, because who knows if what this person's translating to me is the truth. So have they died or have they been stolen? You're dissembling. Stop it. Look, I'll return in an hour. And if they're not here... I don't think they're gonna be here. Don't think I can speak with any more of them? Doesn't seem so. Poor bird. Part of me wants to just go explore around. But time is kind of the essence? Time really does pass quite slowly though, so I don't know if I should really be too worried about it. Alright, so we're trying to make it all the way over here. And I don't think I want to pass through an actively infected zone, which is what these red marked zones are. So we should probably head up this way and take this bridge across. I'm not exactly sure what these red things are. Is that like a barricade? Let's see. Is it this way? No, this way. Time is running out. To exit the district, find arches with clocks. Oh, so I guess it's this thing. To leave the district, find arches with clocks. Oh, is it gonna just like kind of teleport me? Can I not? Yeah, okay, navigating the town. To plot a route, select a district name or a marker where I want to go. Okay, so we can't just like freely walk around the map? Gotcha. Oh my god, Dankovsky. Permanently out of breath. Ah, so if I mouse over that, it shows me the route we're gonna take. Travel time 48 minutes. Okay, that's really gonna add up. The travel time. Yeah, it looks like it's going to leave me at the nearest gate or archway, so it's going to leave me here, and I have to walk the rest of the way. So I'm going to be right in front of the termitary. Is there anywhere else I can go? Oh, closed, unavailable in the demo. Okay. Oh, I can go here. I mean, I'm not going to. Would probably just waste a bunch of time. Alright. Dangerous district. Require attention. They cannot be traversed using the map. You'll have to find an arch with a clock that isn't blocked. Wait, what does that mean? I don't really understand what that means. What do you mean they can't be traversed using the map? I mean, I'm looking at the map right now. It looks like it's just right there. Oh, I'm not here. This is my destination. But it's left me. It's taken me as far as it can automatically, and then this is a dangerous district, so now I have to navigate the rest of the way myself manually. So I gotta make it to here. Gotcha. I think these buildings that are marked in red mean that there's... What did that mean? That there's a named character there, or they're of special significance? So I might want to see if I can stop inside of there? I'm not sure. Can I take out my device now? Yes, I can. Can I use it? Ah. So it charges up and then lets out a sound burst, I guess, to clear the air of microbes. Microbes? Why did I say it like that? Microbes. Can I take out my gun? Pressing 2 is doing nothing.
I'm going to faint. I need water, please. Water!
Changeling, haven't seen you in a while. Listen to me, Bachelor, please. Just set our differences aside. They're accusing me of being the Sand Plague itself. Oh, dearest colleague, how dare they? You must have been hurrying here so you could heal and bless the sick with your sainted touch. Don't you laugh at me. You know I'm helping you. We're in this together, working towards one goal. We're just different, so we each do it in our own ways, however we can. Just yesterday you were hissing at me and assuring me you had power over death, that you hold us all in your hands, that you can bind and destroy. Didn't you? Remind me, please. That wasn't me. Not me, but my double. My twin sister I didn't know. I've told you, and that Haruspex of yours too. He didn't believe me for some reason, even though he did see us two together. Sure, you have a twin sister. Very convenient for you. But I've seen her. Your blood sample was clean, but I can't shake the feeling that you're connected to the infection, somehow. It's the other way around. I just feel where the infection will erupt next, and I go there to help. Please, you have to believe me. If only I had a single reason to believe you. If anyone, it's she who's ruining my reputation, my twin sister. She must be here somewhere. Try looking around. You might be able to catch her. Will you believe me then? No one has ever seen the two of you together, not even Barah, and neither will I. Executor, those poor devils are looters. They just kept on coming today. There was a rumor that an out-of-town bandit, who was packing firepower, had been getting busy here. Until, suddenly, he wasn't anymore. Can't shoot the sand pest, you know. But everyone fancies a firearm these days, so they're flocking to his mortal remains like moths to a flame. Did you lot find him? The fellow with the gun? Why bother finding that scum? He's lying around here somewhere, waiting to be collected. We've got enough on our plate right now with these would-be scavengers. No time for revolvers at all. Do you want extra patrolmen here? We're managing, for now. Those moths had a little ammo on them, and some pilfered odds and ends. One fool had stuffed his knapsack full of tin spoons. Probably never seen real silver in his life. Everything of value's been sent to the town hall. We kept the ammo. Right. Hand over that ammo. Every last round. Will do. And how did this charming lady end up here? The charming lady, Doctor, has an interesting knack for showing up in a place as soon as the sand pest hits it. We've noticed it 3 days in a row now. So we detained her. We're not sure where to put her now, but she's quite talkative, and we were rather bored in here. Well, you could more or less say the same thing about me. Wherever the plague goes, the doctor follows. Strychnine, healing poultice, valerian extract, and revolver bullet. Oh, we got 5 of these now. Can I take out the gun now? Still no. I just feel like I should be loading this thing. How are we doing? We have like half health. Oh, we are quite apathetic. I should take something. More strychnine? That's addictive. Well, tobacco is too.
Thoughts
Tobacco.
Galloping.
Camphor. I guess I'll just use a strychnine as well. That's about right. Bachelor's prototype. The plague fog conceals danger. Okay, so now we need to use it. Did that really do anything? Long charge. Release after the pendulum stops. Oh, it got rid of that black stuff on the ground. What if I don't charge it? What if I just tap it? Oh, it doesn't really do anything.
I forgot that there's so much of the world.
Oh, I just kicked a trash can, like the tragedian told me. What did that do exactly?
I could use some quiet.
It makes me very slightly more manic. Oh god. I think it comes back. It's weird how it, like, cuts out the music? The infected, the ones lying on the ground, cannot be saved, only relieved of suffering. If I help them in their passage from this world, I can take their time for myself. I can take their time? Excuse me? Oh, stuff. Take all. Euthanasia. It requires the same resources as combating my own mind. A correct dose must be administered. Injected drugs shift the cursor along the gauge. You must land within the highlighted zone before the dying person's heartbeat spikes. Overdosing will amplify suffering, and I must alleviate it. I see. Okay, valerian extract. So there's numbers of what they're gonna do. I'm guessing the reds are negatives, probably gonna take this down. And the blues are positive. Let's try a really weak one just to be sure. Is this gonna make it go up? Oh, do I put it here? Yeah, that made it go up. Okay. So I think one of these, one or two of these should do it. Okay. One more. I just got an achievement for collecting a dying person's time. So what does that mean exactly? The patient's passage away was swift and painless. I mean, did time go backwards or something? I don't know. I think I should just keep using this thing. What the heck? Are you a spirit? Whoa! Holy shit! You were! I think that just... What did that just do to me? I think it made me, I don't know, more apathetic or more manic or something. I don't think it hurt my health. You know, I have enough poultices that I think I just want to use one, just because I'm... Like, I don't know how many hit points this is, so I don't know if plus 100 is kind of going to waste using it when I'm at halfway, but it's just making me nervous. I don't want them to touch me. Yep. Okay, I think that's the red building. Yes, can't go inside of it. Here we go, something I can kick.
My head hurts enough as it is.
Oh, have I hit my limit? I must have. Use? Oh, am I gonna break it?
It's more honest now.
I think that made me slightly more apathetic. What is going on here? Is that a thing I don't want to touch? Hey, wait a minute. Is that their twin sister? The changeling? Hey, look at me, Doctor. And make sure to take a good look. Are you upset about something? Upset? Oh, he is upset. Listen, I can't talk to you about important matters when you can't get a hold of yourself. Wait a moment. How did you escape the orderlies? You're beside yourself, Doctor. Your senses are out of tune, which means you don't even understand which world you're in. You're looking at me here and you see... who knows what. No. No, I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm hallucinating because of exhaustion. I should take a deep breath. Count to 30. Jesus Christ. Okay, where are we now? I don't think this is going to lead to where I want. I need to get here, but I am very curious. What's over here? There must be something. Oh, look at it! Each end of the seesaw has like a bull's head. That's really cool. Oh no.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
I think that made me more apathetic. Here we go. Alright, we made it through. Now we're in front of the termitary. God, it was always the strangest building. I feel a little bit more free to walk around and explore a bit. What's going on over here? What is it?
Damn them!
I think that made me a bit more manic, which I need.
Symphonia, Denkovsky.
Maybe if I'm really close to being balanced, I can sprint faster? Oh yeah! Look at the meter on the top of the screen. You see those brackets on the left and right side of the center? Maybe if you're within that, let's see. If you're within that, maybe you can
They're not hear this.
walk really fast.
You're too high strung.
Hey, buddy. My God, you look like you're sleepwalking. It is this one. Okay, so now we're playing detective. Well, I would say your house is extraordinarily dusty. I'm not exactly sure what I'm looking for. I mean, I guess we're trying to see if they're an alcoholic, so maybe I'm looking for a stash of alcohol. A bunch of empty bottles.
Keep quiet in the library.
It's making me more manic. That's good. That's good. A normal thing to say. I almost feel like I'm supposed to put something in this rather than take from it, but what would I put in? Oh. Hi. I guess I can interview them. Looks like that's all I can do. Filot's neighbor. I just mopped that floor and now you're walking all over it. It took forever to scrub clean, you know. Apologies, I'm not very good at walking in a handstand. My legs always veer off to the left for some reason. Is that supposed to be a joke? Stop with that clowning, will you? First he's turning the bathroom upside down, but it's our only one for all these apartments. People wash their kids here, and take their own baths on Tuesdays and Thursdays. They keep it clean. And now there's you with your remarks. Bet you're a pal of Filot's, aren't you? Wait, so Filot's been turning the bathroom upside down. Interesting. Filot is in the hospital now. He's under observation. I'm here to find out how he got sick. So Filot's in the hospital. Perhaps that's for the best. I take it the trashed bathroom is his handiwork? Yes, his. Is he often this out of control? What kind of person this is typical of is an easy guess. You often get this with drunks. One moment he sits there quietly, and then he's delirious all of a sudden. With all this ruckus and mess, at least he didn't punch anyone out. Okay, so moments of delirium. Has he been a drunk for long? Was this his first delirium tremens episode, or has he had them before? He didn't drink before, but go ahead and look out that window. The town's falling to pieces. It's enough to make a saint start drinking. It's like people have gone crazy. Some grabbed a bottle, some grabbed a knife. It's hard to stay human. Everyone's inner beast is looking to break out. So you know for certain that Filot trashed the place in a drunken haze, or is that just what you're assuming? Well, what do you think happened? He didn't just trash the shared bathroom, he was sick all over it. The whole place was a mess. I thought I'd never get it clean. Do you know what it's like to mop up someone else's vomit? How would a smart dresser like you know that, huh? I went to medical school, my good lady. The quantity of vomit I used to cart around is more than this entire house could disgorge. Have you figured out everything you needed? I'd like to finish with the cleaning here. The kids from downstairs will be here soon to wash their hands before eating. They'll be better off if they don't see this mess. Just a minute, is there anything else you can tell me about Filot? Do you happen to know any illnesses he's had in the past? Chronic or acute? Whatever you can remember. No, that man was never sick. Strong and tough as a cart horse. And I mean, I could easily imagine him pulling an actual cart. That's why they hired him to guard the Olgimsky meat cannery back in the day. You two talked more often at that time, right? If you ask me, Filot may be built for the job, but it's not a job for him. The termitary needs security to make sure the steppe brutes aren't beating about town. But he was getting sentimental about them. That's why he and I fell out. We argued about whether worms and herb brides were our equals. Some security guard. Brutes, you say. Have you ever considered that someone from the capital might see everybody in a small town like this one as a brute, no matter if it's you or a worm? What a thing to say. Stop trying to confuse me. I don't have time to pick your philosophizing apart anyway. I've got a bathroom to finish cleaning. Filot got into philosophizing too, and it both destroyed our friendship and made him an alcoholic. There's no good in that. Can we go back to his drinking once more? Your delirium hypothesis is logical, but it's still only a conjecture. In fact, his denial of a drinking habit sounded very sincere to me. Who wants to confess to something shameful like that? The thing is, lifelong sots are proud of it, and it's the new-made ones who are ashamed. I hope he's ashamed. It's anyone's damn guess if he is. It's like he's become a completely different man. For all I know, he's lost all sense of himself at this point. Gone completely off his rocker. Off his rocker. There's something new again. Are you just talking about the bathroom incident, or is there any other evidence that he's off his rocker? He has episodes, you know. Before he trashed the bathroom, I'd hear this muttering coming from behind his door every night. And he lives alone, no family, and no one visits him. My husband and I used to be his only friends. He started talking to himself, and that's a sure sign. Why didn't you say that right away? You seem like a smart woman, but even you make getting this information feel like pulling teeth. This changes the picture completely. And you? Why didn't you take your shoes off right away when you walked in? Because you didn't think of it. Neither did I with the muttering. Yeah, that's actually totally fair. Have I told you everything now? I have my limits too, you know? Mopping floors is hard enough, but bad-mouthing a former friend is harder. I'm sorry for the poor dummy. Where's Philot's room? I'd like to take a look before I go, after all. It's further down the hallway. Here's the key. I've got work to do. Been breaking my back for half a day here. And whose fault is it? A fool, who's also a drunk now. Poor soul. You've been very helpful. Yeah, right now, with the vomiting and nausea, hallucinations, weakness, and vein damage, that seems to indicate Twirine syndrome. But let's take a look at the room. Ooh. Oh, hello. Who are you? I hear flies everywhere. Tons of fruit. Fruit. Was that mentioned here? Infection by microorganisms found in Twire sprouts and products derived from Twire. Okay, wait, actually this one of these mentioned fruit. Yeah. Bradycardia. An infection caused by bacteria found in unwashed fruits and berries. The Metropolitan Institute suggests fruit worms as carriers of the infection. A person initially complains of chest pain and hallucinations resulting from the damaged heart and brain tissues. Subsequently, the poison produced by infected tissues manifests as blackened veins on the patient's hands and changes in the shape of the pupils. Okay, they have blackened veins on the feet, not the hands, and they don't have a change in the shape of the pupils. But all the fruit around here is suggesting this. So this does not have vomiting and nausea. Twirine does. That's why this is not highlighted. It's because of the vomiting and nausea. If we take that out, then bradycardia is on the list. Boy. Well, this is news. The neighbor told me Philot lived alone. You're angry? I have no idea what you're saying. Hello, Erdem, I said. Why have you come? No, why are you here? I've got nowhere to go. Don't kick me out, Erdem. I'm a guest here myself. I wish someone would kick me out so I could go home. Not going back to the Warren. Oh, you must be from the termitary. You're just who I need. You people call it the termitary. You smell like danger. Go your own way. Will you tell me what's in there, then? In detail, please. people are there. What else do you want? We live there. How did you get past the guards? I'll tell. Just let me go. There's a crawl hole out of the warren. Akai Filot watches it. Help me go around the angry guards. Crawl hole out of the warren. What's inside that place? Please give me the full details. My patience and time are running out. So Filot took you in. That hallucination of his was you. It was you he was talking to in the night, not voices in his head. Filot took in, hid, sheltered. So no one sees. No one returns me to the warren. Talked quietly, so no one hears. Okay, yeah, so that gets rid of hallucinations. This one is quite complicated. Your neighbor heard anyway, but don't worry, she thought Filot was out of his mind. If you keep quiet, she won't notice you. Where's Filot? How is he? Finally, some sensible talk. He's in the hospital. He's ill. I'm a doctor, and I need to find out what he's ill with. Will you help me? I will. Filot sickens. I saw it. He sickens. Does Filot drink? Vodka, wine, those step herb infusions of yours? At first glance, I can't see a single bottle. Not a drop. Strict on himself. Doesn't allow me neither. Okay, so definitely not an alcoholic. Okay, Filot wasn't lying then, so his vein problems must indeed be from standing up at work, and not from drinking. Yeah, so I think we can actually... At this point, I think we can not just check some things, but I think we can actually check some things off as definitely not being the case. So hallucinations, no, definitely not. And vein damage, definitely not. So we can actually just cross those off completely, leaving us with weakness and vomiting. How else can I help? Save Filot, Erdem. Stay put. Don't you dare sneak away. I need to look around, and then I'll ask you more in a bit. Is there anything more I can actually do here? I mean, let's take a look and see what we got. So hallucinations, crossed off. Vein damage, crossed off. Weakness, for sure. That leads... Oh, wow. That leaves us with a lot of possibilities. Wait, vomiting. We're pretty sure about vomiting, right? Man, that still leaves us with a lot of possibilities. You know, I'm actually leaning towards tularemia. An infectious disease transmitted through food, contact with rodents, and insect bites. Just think about what we're hearing right now. We're hearing rodents all over the place. There's waste on the ground, insects. There's, I saw a rat trap on the ground. The onset is sudden, with fever, weakness, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and headache. Hallucinations are observed in some patients. Ulcers and/or redness that appear on the skin can also affect the eyes. Impoverished people are the risk groups and inhabitants of the steppe. I'm leaning towards that. Out of all of these, that one fits the best. Oh, I haven't done this. Can't, no label on the pills. Filot took them. Did he know he was sick? Can't tell what they are from the appearance. Wet rags on the bed, huh? Used to put them on his forehead. Ooh, wet rags on the forehead. That would indicate... Well, let's see if it fits with my prevailing theory, tularemia. It does mention fever and headache as possibilities, so the wet rags would fit. A neighbor claims Filot's a drunkard. He's Talking to voices and stuff. Yeah, okay, I don't think any of that's relevant. Rats? Mice? The bait inside is still fresh. Who would eat it? Even rats would probably be disgusted. Dinner leftovers? Ugh. Food in this state's usually thrown in the trash. Rotten. Smells horrible. Yeah, I'm really leaning towards tularemia. Is there anything else to look at in here? Filat's neighbor. Used to be friends. He destroyed the bathroom. He used to be quiet and unbothersome. Oh, it looks like the things that I discover using Q, where I can like see the highlight around items and hear thoughts about them. When you look at things, it kind of adds it to the potential list of things that you can ask about from a character. So now that I've looked at everything, now I can ask them. I don't believe I'll find anything else in this abode. I'm no detective after all, but now we must discuss my findings. Okay, found some pills, medicine. What are these? Who is taking them? We don't use these in the steppe. Filat said that they are so the head doesn't ache. Okay, yeah, so they did have a headache. Writing that down. Another symptom, good. What's this mousetrap doing here? Is it just in case, or are there actually mice in this place? Lots of them. Bold. Walk here like it's their home. Yeah, I think this is tularemia. Mice and rats spread disease. A diagnosis is coming to mind at once, but I need to double check. Townsfolk live in houses. Call us beasts. Cleaner in the steppe. Better. They know nothing. There's something rotten on the table. Did you eat it? Is this what made Filat vomit? Hungry. We needed. Filat's not rich. Vlad pays the guards so little. Was enough for one. Not enough with me. Hard to feed two. Filat walked. Looked for cheap food. They cheated. Sold rottens. Okay, that's really important. So vomiting is not a symptom. I can cross vomiting off and add headache to the list. So did Filat eat that rotten stuff, or did he not? Did he get sick from food poisoning? This is scary, Erdem. Never thought to eat the rot. Even Filat forbade. Then his hunger came, crazy-like. Grabbed everything, gobbled everything. I took away, hid. Told him bad, rotten, will hurt. He didn't listen, like possessed by some hungry beast. Okay, that's weird. What would I even mark that down as a symptom? I'm gonna write down hungry beast and see if that shows up. Sudden hunger. Should I add bulimia to the symptoms? Is that a list of... Was that one of the symptoms? Never saw a man wolf bad food like that. These rags on the bed look like they were used in a compress to bind something hot or cold over an injury. Do you know anything about that? I do. Filat was hot, tossed and turned. I put cold on him. Okay. So not only did he have headaches, but he also had fever. Filat's much sicker than he claimed to be. These stoic patients can be worse than hypochondriacs sometimes. I worry for him. So, mice, headache, fever, hunger, and the vomiting, fatigue, and skin reddening. The veins are ruled out. But what happened in the bathroom? The neighbor says Filat drunkenly... No, he doesn't drink. He's eaten bad food, couldn't keep it down. Didn't want to make a mess in here, so he went where he could do it. And there, water's there for washing. Filot said water scared him. Heard the dripping. Went crazy. Can a man be scared of water, Erdem? Scared of water? That is extremely key. This is not tularemia, I don't think. Got scared of water for no apparent reason and trashed the bathroom. This is an extremely rare symptom. It should sort it all out. Actually, I'll say thank you, young man. I'll say hello to Filot for you. Actually, no, I'm going to say this. I really should take you to the hospital, too. You know what? You saw what happened to Filot. You might catch it, too. If you feel unwell, don't tough it out. Come to us at once. Yeah, it must be nephropathia epidemica. A disease caused by a group of viruses varying with the epidemic focus. Humans contract the virus from animals and their waste. Yeah, so that fits with the rat thing still. Begins acutely with fever, rapid heartbeat, nausea, and vomiting, accompanied by headache and photophobia. It doesn't mention fear of water, but here it does. Hydrophobia. It's gotta be that. Last step remaining. Now I'm ready to make sense of the symptoms. Time to return to the hospital and prove a hypothesis. Oh, are we gonna give them water? Oh, let's become a little bit more manic.
Tired of this noise.
Trade? Oh. What do you got for me? Morphine, I don't need that. I don't think I need more rounds. But you do have coffee. Which is also addictive, but I suppose if I, you know, have a diversity of addictive substances, then that's a good thing. So I think I really want that. What could I trade for it? Butterfly in a box? I can't imagine I would have any use for that other than trading. What's that worth? Oh no, not all three. It's worth 5. What does a round cost? Each one costs 5. I mean, maybe I should just get them regardless. And I'll just give them the rest of my boxes. Oh, they need something else. Maybe camphor? I gotta split it a million times to get it down to 1. There you go, that's worth 1. Thanks, kid. Suppose we're gonna have to go through the dangerous district again? Yes. Oh. There we go. Swift and painless. Here we go. Wait, they actually managed to bring them. You having fun up there? A senate of good life to you, Erdem. Here are your bowls. Behara, are you still not glad to have them? Glad to hear it, but are you quite certain that these are the same bowls? Can you not tell bowls' faces apart? He can't even tell Odong apart by their faces. Hegeshe. We are all the same to him, like beasts. By the way, how come you're here and not the Odong? Are they afraid I'll punish them for their carelessness? You've insulted them. The worms don't want to deal with you anymore. The worms believe you're a bad man, a churlish, ungrateful man. Oh, the bull's talking to me now. I'll try to do better. Are you going to take our bull's blood? I need to make today's vaccine first. After that, I'll get on with the universal one. It's got an achievement to seek for having seeked a bull's wisdom. I wish I could pet them, just nice firm pats, you know? Pat, pat, pat. Finally, I've been waiting for you, Dr. Dankovsky. As you can see, I've allowed our volunteer orderlies to leave on a break, but they'll all return as soon as you give the word. Good. Rest is necessary. Let them have a smoke, visit their families. Who knows? They might not get another chance. Consider it done. But what of the third patient, Philot, the termitary guard? Do you have a diagnosis? I haven't put him to sleep yet. I thought he might be useful to you again. I need to verify a few things with Philot. Just be sure to put it in the document, and stamp it too. Thank you. In such chaos, it might slip my mind. But first, I'll have a word with Philot. Here you are. What took you so long, Doctor? Did my mice detain you? I met a mouse in the apartment. A huge one, the size of a teenage boy. You wouldn't happen to know how it crawled from the cellar. So you met him. I tried to protect him with everything I had. I went to your hospital so he wouldn't catch it from me. And then you lied. You described fatigue, but you'd been nauseous, feverish, and much more. I've never been a good liar. If I told you too much, you'd know that someone was changing my bandages, that I needed money to feed 2 mouths, so I talked as little as I could. Regardless, I found out. Nothing to hide now. Sure, I led the boy through a hidden passage, away from the slaughterhouse. He's just a kid, Doctor. It was hardship that brought him to the cannery. And just like that, Fat Vlad put him to work. Young or old, it doesn't matter to the Olgimskis. They send everyone to the factory. This might surprise you, but I'm on your side, despite the risk. I'm no hero, but I was taught to draw the line somewhere. I treat people like people. Period. I've done what I could. I like Philot. Philot's a good guy. So you're saying you'd let more people out if you had more authority in such decisions? They'll starve people to death in the termitary. And not just there either. While you were out, I overheard people in the hospital. Aren't you the tyrant who ordered a quarantine? Without the quarantine, the plague would devour your town in just a day or two. It's the plague I restrict, not people. Those are dangerous games you play, Doctor. I'm not the only one who doesn't like restrictions. Today, people endure. Tomorrow, too. But in the days that follow, they'll erupt. I told you, you can't humiliate a living being without suffering consequences. And this imprisonment humiliates the town a second time. You try to shame me as if the quarantine were some whim I had. If only we had another way. This won't end well, I tell you. Neither of us can tell the future. And, Philot, I came to talk about your diagnosis. Drink this glass of water, please, before we continue. Ugh, take that away. I can't stand hearing this sloshing. Get it away, Doctor. The decisive symptom has now been confirmed. This is enough to make the diagnosis. Okay. What now? Diagnosed. All that remains is to order the vaccine made. And an unrest is brewing. I've checked the records. You've diagnosed all 3 of the oddities who didn't quickly die from the plague. You're a mental giant. A luminary. We still don't know if my diagnoses are correct. We awaited your verdict with bated breath. What next? The vaccine? Searching the town for more people with the same symptoms as today's 3? Certainly, the same as yesterday. Consider it done. And after that? How much culture should we take? What temperature should we heat it to? Reduce my prior instructions by 1.5 degrees. Don't add too much water. We need the culture medium, but follow the dilution charts. We've gotten it down in the last 2 nights. We'll manage without supervision, I promise. Rest without fear that we'd ever disgrace you. So Dr. Dankovsky, sir, do you give us permission to proceed? Shall we start? If we don't vaccinate anyone tonight, there will be 300 deaths. 5 if we do and my work has errors. This is so damn difficult every time. What's going on? I couldn't hear you. Do we begin or not? Go ahead. I will actually leave now. Get some rest before another day. Another day just as gruesome. I've done all I can today. Time to go back to my headquarters. Back home. To Ava. All diagnoses were correct. Yes, the assistants are preparing today's vaccine, which will delay the town's demise for something. You've done all that you could, Senor. Go on, and rest. They wait for you at the still water. Yes, I suppose you are right. Ava is the one I need right now. The one oasis of calm and joy in this bedlam. Ooh, that's gonna take us through a red district. So wait, what exactly does red mean? Because the gray one over here was a dangerous district. So what's red? Is this gun time? Oh, patrolman, doctor, we're rotating. Leaving, that is. Abandoning, our post. The reason being? Well, we didn't sign up for this. They've gone and armed themselves. Not petty thieves, no. These are proper... what's the word? Thugs. They shoot, Doctor. They stab. It's really unheard of around here, raising a knife against your fellow man. And we're unarmed. Are you asking me to arm you? No, we're not thugs. Your capital might be a vicious place, but this town used to be a living thing. We don't have, murders. Now is no time to be sentimental. Do your job. I'm afraid not, Doctor. We're volunteers. We took no oath. Fair enough. You took no oath. But you'll truly abandon the town to such a fate. Not letting thieves in and sick out, fine. Putting yourself in front of a bullet or a blade, well, to say it again, that's a whole different beast. The fact you've brought us to this state is, thought-provoking. Again, really unheard of. And on that note, as they say, we take our leave. I brought you to this state? How? Pray tell me. This is an emergency, not a carnival. Dangerous place. Not everyone in town is content with the epidemic measures. This district is rebelling. I need to be careful. I'm guessing I can take out my gun. Can I load it? Mm-hmm. Oh, I love this slow, laborious loading animation. I think I've got enough for a full magazine. Plus 2 extra. I'm not going to shoot unless I need to. Seems like just holding it up may be enough. Oh wow, these iron sights are horrible. They're not even aligned at all. Not sure if I'm going to be getting headshots. Quarantine rioters want to kill me. I must defend myself. Yep, already on it. If you press reload, they check how many rounds are in it. I love that. So we're going this way. People are intimidated by weapons. The mere sight of a raised weapon will stop a rioter for a moment. Hold on, I want to be able to move fast, so we need to become a little bit more manic. Hey, hey!
Misophonia, Dinkowski.
No thank you. I don't want to come over there.
Closer. Come back. Hey, you better run. Come over here.
We're almost there. Taking a right.
There he is.
You have very limited stamina. All right.
So much of the world.
Oh, I think that made me more apathetic. Oh, that made me way more apathetic. Oh no. Oh, they made a little boat. Raise the yellow flag. The yellow flag doesn't stand for quarantine, you dum-dum. It's the other way around. It's you who stands for quarantine. The yellow flag means hang all borders. And who are you planning to hang, might I ask? Get us our boat, mister. That boat used to be my hat, you dum-dum. That's because your head is so small. A matchstick head. I can't reach it. He won't get you the boat. His head is ill-fitting. Jeez. Torn apart, torn to shreds by these children. He thinks in mere 3 dimensions. God damn it. You got me. You won't do, mister. Leave the boat be. You think all this tri-dimensionality suits my head? Just out here having normal conversations with children. Can I actually get it? I guess not. I mean, it looks like it came to them. Honey, I'm home. The soul of the still water, the loyal Ava waits to share an evening conversation with me. And she's not alone. When did our talks become a part of Bachelor Dankowski? Okay, they seem to be in there. Let's check out here first. God, such a beautiful, strange building.
It was quiet in Thanatica.
Every plink makes me a little more manic.
Never alone. Things everywhere.
Oh, I should be holding down Q. When Ava plays, she doesn't touch the keys with her fingers. The music flows from her, not the instrument. Locked, locked, locked. Even Ava doesn't know what's in there. I think there's a dwarf in a mask. What? Lose myself for a few minutes. In this house, her house, nothing bad can happen. Oh, what do we got in here? Tobacco, some buttons. Oh, a trifle to a person, but an eye to a doll. I think, in other words, a good trade good for children. Mix the medicine. Analyze items. Unavailable in the demo. Okay. Same with that.
I just knew you'd come.
You're back, and just in time. You know, a mob is slowly gathering outside the house. What, you mean the children? I didn't see anyone. I did. They peer into the windows. They're planning something, deliberating. Sometimes they carry torches, and sometimes stakes. I think they're up to wickedness. I'll go out and check so that you don't worry. Don't. Please don't. For my sake. I'll be careful. If you decide to go out and check after all, please take me with you. There's no need. I won't be there long. Wait. Let's talk a little first, like we always do. You said it yourself yesterday. When you're talking to me, it's like talking to a cat. It's the only way to sort your thoughts. You must have brought so many new thoughts with you. Tell me. You're the most precious listener to me, but my head is filled with miserable chaos right now. Oh, now we're Ava. Will you tell me? You see, well, first of all, it's clear the sandpest can't be defeated by ordinary means. We are so short on time. Creating a vaccine takes weeks, and I don't even have days. Which means we must do something different. But what? How do we find an opening? What can replace time when there's not enough of it? Time. On occasion, Ava, time can be replaced with people. But we don't have those here either. As they say, 9 women can't make a baby in a month. Neither can time be replaced with space. Although, maybe. Keep talking. I'm human. I'm an intelligent, industrious, courageous human. A good specimen, one of the finest. And still, I have too many limitations. Solving these problems takes something greater. A stream, if you will, instead of a point. I must pass through several apertures at once. Go on, keep talking. Wait, what's that noise outside? I told you, there are people, and they're scaring me. But our conversation is more important. It will never happen again. Wait, how much time has passed while we've been talking? I don't know, an hour maybe? You spent a long time thinking. Are you joking, Ava? It was 5 minutes at the most. I didn't look at the time in the top right. Has it actually been an hour? Maybe it has. Oh no. Oh no.
I just knew you'd come.
It's so hard on you, poor thing. Look, some of your hair has turned gray in the past days. You're a learned man. Why does it do that? Can someone's hair really gray so suddenly? Hold on, Ava. We're in danger. Let's drop this idle talk. See? I told you so. That talk remains in the past, and it won't happen again. What's happening out there? What do they want? I made one mistake. Just one? What mistake? Now you're making fun of me. Do you know how to make it right? Yes. You see, I was trying to tune down the panic and stop the infection from spreading, so I issued some harsh decrees on quarantine measures. I told everyone to stay home. No talking, no sneaking out. Not everyone found this enjoyable. People feel they are powerless, that all they can do is wait for the sandpest, wait for death. It's so hard to wait. That all piled up rather unfortunately. Your regular supply train run was running late, and the quarantine was very sudden. Many people lacked necessities, food, medicine, water, and much more. The town became a rat trap, and a cornered rat pounces on the cat, and even overcomes it sometimes. I've thought it all through. I'll revoke the decree, right now. It won't get any worse. No one complied with it anyway. It just led to exasperation. No sanitary measures. There's no authority here, just anarchy and chaos. To hell with it. I'm revoking the decree this instant. Is it not too late? I guess we'll see. I'm coming upstairs. Oh, a boy came here recently. Agitated, angry, carrying some papers. I gave him bread and dried apples. He's upstairs by the table you sign all your papers at. Yes, I know, that's Sticky, the town hall's messenger. Nimble kid. Emergency command desk is on the second floor. See the past. Huh. Power often takes the form of solid wood and a few sheets of paper. It was paper that exiled me here, too. Monographs, denunciations, a scandalous note in the Daily Herald.
Every Joker's one joke away from being a goner.
So they made a bunch of decrees about the town, like there weren't enough already. Told me to bring them to you, for approval. For review, not approval. I'll only approve them if I find them at least minimally sensible. You'll have to ask the higher-ups. I just bring you what I'm given. You decree, we carry it out, instantly. You got full authority 2 days ago, didn't you? So use it. We'll obey. Far as I'm concerned, roosters do the crowing, and who cares if the sun doesn't rise? Yes, and I'll use that authority to lift the quarantine. It can't get worse than it already is. Up to 3 decrees can be issued per day. Issued decrees can apply to any available day, not just the current ones. The enacted decree is causing problems. Select it and remove it using Z. Okay, so this is our resources up here. This is a calendar of our decrees. So the only decree we've issued was on day 5. The quarantine. And this shows contagion and unrest. Unrest is the red one, so you can see as soon as we issue the quarantine, the unrest skyrocketed up. The contagion continued to increase, but I suppose it would have increased even more sharply without it. Because as you can see, the effect of the quarantine is minus 45 contagion, but plus 900 unrest. Let's remove it. Z. Okay. Can I add a decree for anything? What does X do? Chain. Oh. Hello. Wait, hold on. Denial. Prohibit dying. Excuse me? I can ban dying? I'm not sure if this is really functional yet. I don't know. I'm going to leave it for now. Oh. Hi?
The worst is yet to come.
Hello, Han. Remember our request? There are 500 kids at the polyhedron right now. 522 to be precise. Not counting me. The tower supports our weight just fine. Don't order the evacuation. It must not happen. What are you doing here, kid? You're supposed to be in the polyhedron. You lifted the quarantine, and I think we agreed you'd stop calling me kid. I just signed the decree. The ink hasn't even dried. You're living in some special timeline of your own, Dr. Dankovsky. For all I know, it might have taken you a fairly long time to sign the decree. In the meantime, the weather has turned fair, and the quarantine is nothing but a memory. Go outside and see what you have wrought. I'll go have a look. My decrees aren't usually this popular in your town. No nights here, only faded timelessness.
Who's staring at me through the looking glass?
Ava's not there anymore. Oh no, there they are. I really need to find a record player so I can get my mania up. Melancholy, while apathy is high, time itself, the will to live, and amalgam slip through my fingers. Without amalgam, other days of the story become inaccessible. Oh? Perhaps I should take some strychnine. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I thought it was supposed to be a nice day outside, Han. They call her the Shabnak. Without the quarantine, the plague has come to my doorstep. Damned if I do. What are you telling me, noseless one? I feel like I should... I feel like I just want to go right back inside, but I think they're inviting me to talk? Do I have any matches? No.
Tired of this noise.
You're too high-strung.
You fear me because you fear an end to your loneliness.
Hello, Doctor. Thank you for clearing the way for me. I just wanted to fix my mistake with the quarantine. And I'm neither your friend nor ally, you damned thing. You're not. You're just a smart fellow who finally understood that I'm a blessing, not a curse. That Simon of yours figured it out long ago, by the way. That's why he allowed me into the town. That's why he took my communion. Is that why he died? Oh, Bachelor. He hasn't died. You're just looking in the wrong direction. He excluded time from the world, and thus became immortal. He's dying, sickening, living, rotting, thriving, all at once. He found a way. Just a minute. Give me some time to think. I can wait. I have time aplenty. An infinite amount. You say he's excluded time from the world? So I'll just include it back. The past shadows over the future. I need to find a mechanical clock and restart the time. Sounds easy. Easier than anything I did in this town. Today I chose either death at the hands of rioting plebs or plague in Ava's lungs. No hope. If only I'd chosen differently 2 days ago.
Boiling, crackling, screeching, living.
I think there was a clock in here? Up here? Over here? Or somewhere nearby. Ah! Jesus Christ. Hi. What troubles you, Senor? Your day is over. I've been looking for Simon, but I can't find him. This mystery can only be unraveled slowly, by steps. But there's not enough of me to get it all done. A mire indeed, so let it not your grave become. It may be best to cry surrender. At least, you've held on to humanity. A feeble joy, though, that may be to you. You can but do the things that can be done, no more. Accept your fate, as it so stands. There still can be a victory in this. No, I think there is a solution. It just hides somewhere unusual. Is that a clock behind you? Is time itself your quarry now? Would you repair the past? Can such a thing be done? Seigneur, you know the literature on this. A flap of wings hither, a storm thither. Though that one tale is yet unwritten. This is of personal importance to me, you see. I want to see time's underbelly. Well said. But I knew you not to be a Berkalian. I suppose my remaining option is to become one. Then lay your head in sleep. Or will you stare into the clock's face as if it were a stereogram or sacred icon? Perhaps it shall become what it is not. Yes, I suppose that's the thing to do. It will respond, and then there won't be too little of me to go around anymore. Telling the story requires time. Time is embodied in amalgam. I will consume it when trying to recall another day. A new day brings new memories. Select a day to explore. What, in any day? Oh, so this is showing me how much amalgam is going to be left after I go to that day. Are some more expensive? Does it cost more it costs more amalgam to go further back in time, I think. Back to day 2? Ah. Okay. Let's wrap up with some thoughts on this prologue. I really enjoyed it. It definitely feels like it's in beta, which I believe it actually is. It's kind of just like I think it's a taste and sort of a way of building interest for Pathologic 3 and getting some feedback from the community. So it's got some rough edges, but it's got a lot of great stuff, especially the diagnosis mechanic. Being able to basically play House MD, interviewing patients, examining their bodies, going to their house and interviewing the people that they live with and examining their house. That is such a great system. I cannot wait to do more of that in the full version of the game. That was so fun and so cool. I'm not sure how I feel about the seesaw between manic and apathetic. I didn't love it. I didn't dislike it either. I think I just didn't really interact with it enough to have strong feelings. I do feel like it definitely serves a purpose in that it's a thing that you have to manage all the time, going back and forth, up and down. So it's kind of this stressor. It's this thing that you always have to be looking at and keeping in mind and going into your inventory, and it's kind of an annoyance, but I mean that in a good way, because the Pathologic games have never been fun. They've never been fun to play. They're always quite irritating and really quite miserable in a lot of ways. And so I feel like having that constant stressor that kind of mimics the Bachelor's mental state actually adds a lot to it. You know, the more I talk about it, the more I'm talking myself into liking it. I think I actually liked it. I like that you can use the same items that you use to combat your apathy or manicness, and you can use them on people that are dying to relieve their pain, to euthanize them. I think that's a nice mechanic that's interesting and, you know, feels appropriate for the Bachelor as a doctor. And the concept that doing that allows you to almost steal, I don't know, the patient's time, like you're taking their life force or something, is very strange but interesting. And there's a couple major mechanics that we just got the tiniest taste of. The decree rescinding the quarantine mechanic thing. That's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see what happens with that. And then, of course, the time rewind, combating and playing with time itself is going to be fascinating. But yeah, I don't really have any idea how that's actually going to shake out in practice at the moment. But overall, I thought that was great, and I'm really excited for the full Pathologic 3. I hope you enjoyed watching me play through Pathologic 3 Quarantine. Thanks for watching.